So we have 3 inductees into the class of 2025 Burlington Parks and Recreation Department Hall of Fame. We have 2 others that will be coming to a future meeting. We're not able to make it this evening, those being Jack Farron and Wegmans for their continued support. But this evening, we have one of our current employees, Emma Jones, who is our therapeutic rec specialist.
You mean Emma Andrus?
Emma Andrus, yes. Emma Andrus, sorry. She's only been married for 2 years, year and a half, and I'm still calling her Emma Jones. Emma Andrus, thank you. Emma has been employed with the Burlington Parks and Recreation Department for over 10 years. She served in a number of roles for us, from support staff in our therapeutic rec program to her current position as the therapeutic recreation director. She completed her internship with us in 2019 and was recognized in 2023 as one of NRPA's, National Recreation Park Association's, top 30 under 30 new professionals. With that recognition also came her first published work in the NRPA magazine. Emma is one of the most caring and compassionate people I have ever worked with. Her ability to work with participants of all ability levels and make them feel comfortable in what they are doing is inspiring. Emma has been a role model for our staff, both full-time and seasonal, as well as our colleagues across Massachusetts and the region. It is my honor to recognize Emma Andrus for her work and induct her into the 2025 Burlington Parks and Recreation Department Hall of Fame.
Emma, do you want to say that?
Yeah, thank you so much. I really, I was very surprised when, they told me. I was super appreciative. And I'm just very thankful. I love working here. It's such a supportive department. I've had such a great opportunity to connect with so many wonderful families, one of which is here tonight. And I'm so appreciative and just really enjoy all the time I get to spend here. And I just look forward to, more programs, events in the future.
Gentlemen, anyone want to? Absolutely.
Quick comment. Congratulations, Emma. You were the top 30 under 30 nationally, and now I think in the Hall of Fame you might be the youngest, perhaps.
Yes.
Because of your talent and all your accomplishments already. And when you walk around town and you talk to parents who have kids in the system, they all rave about the Burlington Rec Department and all of the wonderful programs that we have for kids with special needs. So glad you're here. I hope you stay here a long time, and congratulations on a great job.
Thank you.
Gentlemen, yeah.
Madam Chair, Emma, I just, no words can say how proud I am of you. Therapeutic is special in my heart, and you're the goal setter for Burlington Recreation Department. I know Brendan and Kelly think of the world of you and the entire staff, and at such a young age to get a great honor like this, that the Burlington community recognizes how special you are, is a great accomplishment for you and your family and your little ones to come. Congratulations. So I'm very proud of you, and I wish you nothing but the best. Great job.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Congratulations, and it goes to show what effort and can get rewarded and the accomplishments that you can make. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, Emma, congratulations. I mean, you're 10 years here. Some of that, I'm guessing, was as an intern, to make such an impact on the community. And it's true. Anytime you mention therapeutic rec or the rec department, your name comes up. Not saying you don't come up either, but it's always, oh, well, Emma's been so helpful, Emma did this for me, and especially for, the special needs community, you have done so much, and you have supported them so much. That's really, obviously, this is a testament to everything you've done, and, looking here when it says you're always smiling, never seen you mad or flustered, which is hard to do in special events when there is so much going on and so many things that could go wrong. To know that you keep your composure during those times is really great. It's really hard to do. I've been in those situations, and, really very proud of you, very excited for you, and obviously, we're looking forward to great things to come.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, yeah, we'll
We'd
just
like
present
to
you.
present her and then get a picture.
Absolutely. Well,
That's great.
walk around.
Yeah, come around and. Yeah, if you all like to come up and get a picture. Everyone. It's an agreement we have.
She knows how to use the camera.
Yes.
That's debatable right now. I like it. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You sure?
Thank you.
Oh, yes, we can walk right outside.
Thank you.
Thank you, Emma.
Have a good night.
Okay. Oh, absolutely. All right, so no public participation, so Brendan, we can hop right into your director's report?
Yes, we're brief tonight. I know we had, our big topic is the Overlook Park renovation, that project, so, and we just met little week and a half ago. So the maintenance staff have been working, they were busy working, preparing the schools for the start of school, cutting, trimming. They've been at it for a good 3 or 4 weeks, getting that done. And as we lost summer help, seasonal help, it became a little more difficult, with everything we had to do. We basically at one point had just one person working, concentrating on the schools, with vacations and things like that going on as well. But they were ready for the start of school, and they're continuing on those now. Also been working on the summer and late summer, early fall fertilization. Bless you. Getting ready to do some overseeding and aerating as well coming up. I mentioned in a previous report we had some irrigation issues this summer on in a couple systems. Those have all been corrected. And Wildwood Park was one that took a big hit. And if you went by today, you wouldn't even know that there was anything wrong. It's beautiful. Soccer has begun practicing out there. And, we'll continue with our fertilization, get the rest of the early fall out, and then we'll do some overseeding later in the fall and some compaction relief, which will be done with aeration. So that's, our staff has been busy with that. We had at a previous meeting, you had increased the amount of funds available to complete the disc golf course. We had a contractor, our staff was not able to get to finish that, what they had started, because of all the other things that were coming up. So we had a contractor come in and complete the new tee pads and install the baskets around the course. Last weekend, there was a group of avid disc golfers that came out, a group of 6 to 8 that came out and worked with one of our staff, doing some additional clearing over the holiday weekend, clearing around the baskets and some pathways between baskets. And then I think they enjoyed a few rounds on the newly laid out course. And we are working on removing the old baskets and the old tee pads, what's left of them, getting them off-site, and then working on new signage around the course. And we hope to have new course signage up before winter, depending on how complicated we get with the signage. I know Kelly's working with one of our disc golfers on designing a signage that's for each of the holes that has a QR code with a flyover. So we'll get, she's working with someone with a drone. I'm speaking for you. You can speak to this. Get a drone shot of each hole so they can QR code the hole and see where it goes so they know where they're throwing. So it's a complete remake of the course. So we're very excited for that. So that's all I have until we get into new business and old business.
Gentlemen, any questions about the director's report?
Just a quick comment. I happened to be up at the Wildwood Park on Tuesday with my granddaughter, and the field looks very good.
Yeah.
I mean, they've done a great job. This program is working. There were a couple of spots where it was worn, and the person who did the mowing talked to my wife, and he put a little sign up there that the field was closed because they want that to grow back in for the fall season. But I thought it looked outstanding, and compared to what it was, in just a few short years, the weeds are gone, the grass is thick, it looks nice. Francis Wyman, of course, looks very nice. One quick question: are we exempt from the water regulations?
Yes, on the.
I assume we are. I mean-
When we have an exemption. I don't know where it came from. Years ago, it was put before my time. But because we permit fields, when people ask for permits to do, any kind of sport out there in the summer, we need to provide safe fields.
Sure.
So if they're not green, brown grass, dormant grass is very slippery. We wouldn't be providing a safe surface for them. So we do tone everything down, but the ones that get regular rentals on them, might be on a little more, have their times that they're watered, the amount of time, a little longer, just to make sure it stays nice and green. Other ones get dialed back to, without sending it to dormancy, the grass, go back to 10 minutes a zone. Some of these fields have, 27 zones. And so it takes a while. 10 minutes seems like a lot, but that head probably goes around 3 times in the 10 minutes. So it's not really putting a lot of water out there. And it's not done during the day, so there's no, the evaporation rate. It's bad to water your grass during the day anyways, whether there's a watering ban or not. So it's a little.
The program's working. Congratulations to all the maintenance guys.
Yes.
The shade was nice, too.
The what? Shade?
Shade? Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, very nice.
Yes. Yeah, we were just talking about that.
Well, because of
today.
the level of the sun now, depending upon the time of day, it was noontime, and the sun was still hitting the slides. Nothing we can do about it. The sun's lower now, and the slides did heat up quite a bit.
Yeah.
But in the summertime, it's a great thing.
Yep.
And it's good for the parents, too, because the grandparents, because they can stand underneath it.
Thank you.
Anything else?
Just one comment, Madam Chair. So on the disc golf, guys, it's been a long time in the making. Thank God we're down the final stretch. I know I've talked to people in the community, a former board member who plays all the time. So that's a great thing for the community. And they say that it's one of the top 10 disc golf around. Like, it's very, very well-liked, and so this new, having everything done with the new pads, I think it's going to get a lot of play. Once we get it out there, know it's back up and running, so that's a good thing for the town.
Yeah.
Good job.
The new course is actually listed on UDisc, which is an app that most disc golfers use. So it has been updated there, so if they go to the course, they'll be able to see the new course on there, even though we don't have the signage up yet. So I think that's a helpful kind of bridge until we're able to get the drone footage and the signs printed. So we're doing everything we can to get them out there.
Yeah, excellent.
Yeah, that signage and QR code is a great idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should do that on real golf courses. Not real golf courses, I should say, regular golf
Golf
courses.
courses, yeah.
That'd be really nice if there's a big hill so I can see where the hole is.
So
get
see
your
the
hole in
swamp
one?
you're going to hit it in?
Yeah, well, just to know how far I'm going.
I have one other question, Madam Chair. Nothing relating to what you've talked about so far, but I remember that I think we had a warrant article to put dugout roofs on Simons Park. Is that going to happen this year or next year, or?
So we had, that was something we had asked the Simon's Trust, the trustees, about getting involved with this year. It's not something they wanted to fully support. They had some other initiatives they wanted to see in the park and some continued initiatives. But we do have the athletic field repair and maintenance or improvement fund, that $200,000. So I've had some conversations with Burlington Baseball Softball Association in looking at those dugouts, probably on the upper field
Yeah.
at Simons to start, in putting some just cantilevered
Like
roof
Francis
systems
Wyman?
over 'em. Yeah, so
the
they'd be,
ones-
so they wouldn't have four posts, it'd be a cantilevered over. Those dugouts are concrete. They used to have the wooden roofs on them that, I'm glad they're off because they just hold moisture in the dugouts and other smells and everything, it's just
I
not.
I remember those.
Yeah, they're not great. They were here when I first started, and I think when I came back, they had disappeared in that time. So we're looking for a cantilevered system, so it'll be open air,
Good.
but it'll keep the sun from coming down,
Excellent.
so.
Thank you.
Okay, great. No assist, no assistant reports, right? Okay.
Combined.
We combine
Yeah,
them.
combined. I love it. Chairman's report, I don't have anything. Subcommittee report, I don't have anything.
No, I don't have anything either.
Okay. And I know nothing's changed from the middle school fields since last we spoke, so there's nothing to report there either. So Brendan, I think we can go straight into new business.
Thank you. We are sharing this report. Kelly is going to present the Overlook Park project in the new business.
So on Wednesday, August 20th, we held the bid opening for the Overlook Park project. We received 8 total bids for the project, and we've included the list for you guys to see the specific numbers. They range from $1.95 million to $3.28 million in cost. The lowest responsive bidder was MJ Cataldo with a bid of $1.95 million. We have been busy reviewing the bids and checking references, and so far, they have come back really positively, and we see no reason not to recommend the commission award the project to MJ Cataldo tonight.
Any questions? Yes, sir.
Questions. In what areas, I didn't see any of the background for the bids. In what areas was there the widest discrepancy? Because this is a big gap between 1.9 and 3.2. Were there certain categories where one bid was substantially more to explain the difference?
No, it was a base bid on specs, so there was no descriptor as far as like why one was higher than another.
Yeah.
Could just be
No
their
breakdown.
scope of
No
work.
breakdowns,
No.
okay.
Bottom line bid, base bid.
Because, we've used Heimlich in the past. MJ Cataldo has a good reputation from what I understand, but that's a big gap.
Sure is.
But it benefits us. What's our total budget with the grant? Is it 2?
2.3
Okay,
for everything.
all right.
When you say everything, is that everything that's in here, or is that 2.3 including other things?
Other things. So it would also include site furnishings and the planning pieces, working with Weston and Sampson beforehand for bid specs and developing the plan.
So do you expect to go over?
We could be projected to be over currently.
Okay.
Yep.
And is that 2.3, is that including the grant?
Yes.
Okay.
How much over?
What's that?
How much over?
We're not 100% sure yet. We're looking at all of our costs. So when Weston and Sampson estimated items, they estimate them sometimes at a cost of contractor. So we're purchasing all the site furnishings off state bid list. So there is a reduction there. We're also hoping for, we have 2 grants
We've-
outstanding still?
We have
or
one grant outstanding.
One grant
still.
outstanding application, and then some potential for some National Grid help along the way. So we're confident we'll be right around our target, and if we have to ask for a few extra dollars to complete the project the way it should be completed in this phase, we're prepared to do that.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Want to make a
So
motion?
how did, so obviously we've had multiple projects. So when we got to take the lowest bidder. But if we're going to go over, if things get, for whatever reason, things get crazy, we have to go back to town meeting for more money? Is that how it's going to work?
Yeah, we may.
I mean-
I don't know how much yet. We have to go through the budget. There may be some areas where we can cut. There may be some additional savings.
Well, they put
Places.
they put their bid in at 1.9. Are they they're on the hook for that, to complete the project, right?
Yes,
All right.
Yep.
That's pretty good.
yeah. And we haven't had any meetings with them yet because we don't have, an agreement. So once we have an agreement in place, approved contract, we will sit down and, go through timelines and,
Expectations.
yeah.
Okay. So, Madam Chair.
So here's another question. So town meeting approved $2.3 million, knowing that half of it would be covered by the grant, correct? So let's say we do go over budget, could we use part of that money we were supposed to give back to town meeting? Like,
That's
as
what we
part of
would
the
be
overage?
asking.
Okay, is just the, you budgeted this, can we use the extra money that we had promised to give back to you?
Yes.
Okay.
But we don't want to go that route until we have a conversation and
Oh, goodness,
figure
no.
out. Yeah.
No, there's no need to do it
Exactly what it'll
now.
be, and we still have a grant outstanding.
Right, that makes sense. I mean, obviously, you don't want to do it now when it's still guesstimation and everything,
Yep.
but just thinking out loud. All right. Can we vote on this tonight?
You ready for us to vote?
We are ready for you, so we can start the process of,
Okay, Madam Chair, I move that the commission vote to award the Overlook Park project to MJ Cataldo for the amount of their bid in the amount of $1,950,000.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Do I have any comments or questions or amendments?
I have one quick question.
Yes, sir.
Does this include the installation of the playground equipment? Are we going to buy the equipment and they're going to install it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. All those in favor?
Aye?
Aye.
I'm going to abstain because I missed the conversation.
All right. Anyone opposed? All right, so 401.
Thank you. The next item would be the Simons Park painting project. And the week after Overlook, we held a bid opening for painting and seal coating at Simons Park. We have minor repairs and board replacement at both the Visco building and the grandstand at Simons Park. And we also would like to have the treehouse seal coated. Well, we need to have the treehouse seal coated. We received 6 bids ranging from $24,000 to $69,500. The lowest responsible bidder was Catco Contracting at $24,000. And we are requesting that the commission award the contract in this amount to Catco Contracting, Inc. I believe, and Brendan can correct me if I'm wrong, but this funding will come from the trust.
Oh, from Marshall. Okay.
yes,
Yep.
Okay. Any
Simon's
questions?
Trust.
yes, the Simons Trust.
Yes, sir.
Question. The grandstand building, is that the building where we have the bathrooms?
Yes.
Bathrooms, yep.
Are they doing anything on the inside of the bathrooms or just the outside?
Just the outside.
Okay.
And with this 24.
Are there any plans to do anything down the road with the inside of the bathrooms? Not in the greatest shape.
It is on our capital plan, yes.
And there should be better seating outside. there's very uncomfortable seating right outside of that area that you might want to think about if you're going to do something.
We'll probably not be there next spring.
Okay, good. Maybe we can put something else there, a little bit more comfortable.
Maybe.
That's all I have, Madam
We're
Chair.
going to seal coat the entire treehouse?
Yes.
That's a good price.
I'm excited about the grandstand building, getting the love it needs. That's going to be great, especially around baseball season. It gets a lot of exposure, a lot of, that's great. It's going to look really good for, what's going to be done before baseball season or around baseball season?
The deadline is by the end of October.
Oh,
so-
nice.
yeah.
That's great. That's
Yep.
awesome. Great. Okay, any other questions?
Do we need to limit the source of the funding in the motion? Is it coming from Simon's Trust, or is it coming partly from our resources and partly from
It
theirs?
is coming from the Simons Trust.
Okay. Well, Madam Chair, I move that the commission vote to award the painting and seal coating project to Catco Contracting, Inc., in the amount of $24,000, with the funding source to be the Simon's Trust, Marshall Simon's Trust.
Can I have a second on that?
Second?
Second, thank you, Commissioner Brooks. All right, any other questions, comments, amendments? All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anyone opposed? All right, 500.
Okay, thank you. The next item is the Community Theater Company of Burlington Players. The license agreement for the Community Theater Group of Burlington has expired as of the end of July, and they have requested to renew the agreement. Per the agreement, after an initial 2-year agreement, it can be extended for another 1 year. They were extended in 2023 for 2 years. So we are requesting the Recreation Commission vote to approve the use of the building therein known as the Park Playhouse at Overlook Park, located at 1 Edgemere Ave, Burlington, which is under the care, custody, and management and control of the Recreation Commission for a term of 1 year effective September 24th, 2025. I do want to say nothing has changed in the agreement. It's the exact same agreement with new dates. Legal has gone through this a couple times for a long time. There wasn't an agreement, and when I came on, we had conversations that, there was an agreement, so we had a formal agreement done. And then when we went to renew it a second time, town council reviewed it again and said, oh, maybe you make a change here. So it's been updated. Town council has agreed to it, or has approved it, and this would be for 1 year. They're very good tenants. When improvements need to be made to the building, they're very forthcoming and say, we'd like to make this improvement. So we have a very good working relationship. We tour the building twice a year. We have keys. We have alarm code access. We can go in at any time. Sometimes we haven't just done a surprise kind of walkthrough. Between now and maybe 5 or 6 years ago, 7 years ago, there's been vast improvement in there, cleaning old junk out and things like that. And building inspectors have been in, and wiring inspectors. There's up-to-date security, fire. So they're good tenants, and we're excited to continue another year with them, and then next year look at another 2-year agreement or maybe longer.
Questions?
I just think they're a good tenant as well. I know they wanted to put a lot of money into the bathrooms, but I think that project came in so far over bid, they couldn't afford it. Did they ever do any upgrades on the bathrooms?
No, not yet. I think the environment at the time for contractors and things was pretty high, and I think they're kind of going to wait it out until it comes down again. And maybe it's something that we, get involved with at some point as well.
Did they pay us rent or just maintain the building?
It's $1 a year.
That was my question.
Yeah. $1 a year. And they provide their insurance certificate July of every year.
Good.
It'll be September now, I think, because if it's approved.
But they do all the maintenance, the plumbing, the electrical and everything else.
If we,
That's less.
yes.
Yeah.
it's faster for them to do it. They make us aware if it's something we can help with. I check with our facilities department and see if we can, have the electrician come up and look at something, have the plumber come up and fix something if possible, but they're very self-sufficient as tenants.
Madam Chair, quick question. So they obviously know that Overlook Park project is going forward.
Yes.
So with their plays, so I know they usually do 2 a year, two big ones, 2 or 3. So as far as the timeline, they're well aware that, the parking lot's going to be, so.
Yes, and that was something that came up in our walkthrough with the contractors, letting them know that there is a, playhouse there, in that, we'll be working around to make sure they have access. So they may want to keep the site locked, the construction company, for the purposes of safety of their equipment and things while they're working on it. But we did say they would need access for the theater. Once we have a conversation with MJ Cataldo and start to develop a calendar and workflow and stuff, we'll make sure that that is relayed to the players and that the players' information is relayed in our conversations with MJ Cataldo.
Yeah, I think that's going to be very important.
Yeah.
Going forward. Okay, that's it, Madam Chair.
Okay, anything else? All right, can I get a motion?
Madam Chair, I move that the commission vote to approve the extension of the current lease for an additional one-year term with the Burlington Players at the rate of $1 per year.
Second.
Okay. Any other questions? All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? 500.
And I do have a copy of the contract, so once the Recreation Commission signs it, the licensee, which is the Community Theater Group of Company of Burlington Incorporated, will sign it, and then the town administrator will also sign it. So I'm going to send that down for your signatures.
Great. While we're doing that, looks like there's some old business.
No, sorry, no, yes, sorry. I apologize. The Youth Soccer Association, we had at a previous meeting approved the solar light towers up at Mary Cummings Park to extend their use a little later into the evening. As we all know, unfortunately, this time of year, the sun starts to go down a little bit earlier each day. But we were unable to secure the lights. We had an agreement. The person that we had an agreement with at the rental company left the company and never secured the lights after we had agreed to it. We have been working with them to try to find solar lights, but they're rented for the season. Tried to work with the new person, the new commercial outside sales rep, and he's been really great. He didn't come on board until June, and not been able to secure those. We're not putting diesel or gas ones up there. It's not something I'm willing to do. I wouldn't even bring it to you to ask, but I think the initial agreement was solar lights, and that's what the trustees had agreed to in the past as well. So we are working with them, with Youth Soccer to, I think we're going to move them down to Rotary Field. They've played there before at Marvin and Rotary. Move them down to Rotary in the outfield for the season so they have lights and they can practice until 9 o'clock. But I just wanted to make sure everyone here was aware, so if you did happen by Mary Cummings and said, hey, I thought we were going to have lights there, that's what's going on. So unfortunately, we weren't able to secure those, and I've already talked to the new outside sales rep, and I have it in my calendar again for February of this year, of next year, to start that process. So they were very apologetic, but doesn't help us.
Yeah.
Just one follow-up, Madam Chair. Do they have enough space at Rotary Field?
Yes.
Are they using both Rotary and Marvin?
No, just Rotary. So I think what they'll do is still have practices. They had two 9v9s going across a larger field, so they'll still be able to do practice the younger kids on the 9v9s for a good period of time. And I think they used my understanding is they were using the larger field later for more clinic specialty coaching time for older kids. So we'll put a larger field at Rotary.
So there's no issue with the lights being on in terms of the people that live across the street from,
No, just like softball, they'll be off by 9:15. 9 o'clock is when their permit will end. We keep them on for 15 minutes to let everyone clear out of the parking lot.
right, that's all I have, Madam Chair. Thank you.
So, Madam to the Chair, so when we finish the new fields at Marshall Simons, is this something that they'll be able to use? Is that where they're gonna, are they gonna go down there? And they
Yes.
won't have to be, they'll be able to play at night down there, probably no problem when we get the new fields down there?
Correct. That is the plan.
Because I was thinking, well, maybe we could purchase these, I don't know how much they cost, but like, I don't, but.
Yeah.
But if we're gonna get the new fields, then we don't even have to think about that. That's it. Thank you.
The solar option may still be something we would consider, so that maybe we can rest another field, and we can put them up at Mary Cummings soccer fields, and we could rest another grass field and not have people playing on it. Maybe the outfield of Francis Wyman, beyond the baseball field, there's two, I believe there's 7v7s there. So if they weren't there in the fall, the whole property gets to rest in the fall. We wouldn't put anything there, right? So that grass would have a chance to really grow in, be irrigated. We'd cut it a couple times a week and really grow in and get it healthy and strong for spring. They could play soccer beyond the outfield, baseball on the baseball outfield, or on the baseball field. Maybe the next year we rest miter and they go up to Mary. You know what I mean? It gives us an option to rotate around and rest a field, a grass field. But then having, 2 new, or 1.5 new turf fields on board is also going to help. So
Good idea.
as long as the youth sports groups don't just say, oh, more, right? They have to be willing to share, rest.
There'll be some additional space at Fox Hill, too, because we did leave
yeah.
a field a full-size lacrosse field there, too. So there's
Yep.
going to be additional field space that we can rotate. And then again, the solar lights would be great for that as well, once Fox Hill's done, too. It'll give you definitely a good option.
Yeah.
Is Fox Hill being lit up, those lights?
No, so there wasn't really any lights, but if you could do the solar light option, that may be viable, right?
Could be.
Because it shouldn't disturb the neighbors the way the field's going to situate, because the school will be east-west on the north side of the site, and the field comes out just south of the building, also going east-west, or excuse me, north-south-ish.
Yeah, that'll be big, too.
Yeah.
So I've got two things.
Sure.
So I play old man softball,
I've heard that.
and we played last week a Rotary Field. And when you're in the outfield, it looks like you're at the bottom of a hill looking up. And a couple of years ago at town meeting, you had mentioned something like, I think it was called top dressing.
Up trust. Yep.
Because the outfield at Rotary is not in the world's greatest shape. Is there any plan, because if it will get more usage, is there any plan to get rid of some of the swells and the divots and stuff like that in there?
There isn't, because it goes into use in the spring. It's something in the fall that we'd have to work on. I know there's a couple identified depressions, we'll call them.
Sinkhole.
Yeah, well, not quite sinkhole, that we can
Call 'em knee
look
killers,
at.
Ankle twisters.
Sod cutting out and, getting some loom in there, regrading, and then putting new sod on. Probably be something we do at the end of, that we could do at the end of this fall. And, get it watered in. They won't be giant patches, because they're just enough to be a little bit of an annoyance.
Yeah.
And from the through the chair, through the field master plan, that was like, Rotary was one of the like top five-ish or middle of the road, if I remember correctly, for getting remediated in some level.
Yeah, it was high up on our capital plan for Marvin and Rotary, a complete,
Yeah.
we're talking a couple $1 million for like a complete renovation, a rethinking of the whole property. Marvin Field is part of the Mary Cummings Trust property. Rotary is not. Rotary belongs solely to the town through the Department of the Interior. It was given to the town in 67, 64? 64? So, brief history,
Yeah.
sorry.
I think that was just my point, though, is it's one of those things that's going to be done in serial as we work down the field master plan, and then it's something I've been working on with the school committee, is trying to kind of kludge those two plans together so we're not stepping on each other and having competing requirements at town meeting for school facilities and rec facilities.
Might get more money that way, two different groups.
Yeah.
Speaking of the school facilities, so the other night, again, coming back from softball, and it's happened, I see it almost every night when I come back from softball, is they're playing cricket on the football field. Now, I don't know what cricket does to a football field. All I know is cricket is similar to baseball, and baseball is not normally well played on a football field. So I guess my question is there another, because we do have a large cricket playing population in town, is there another field that we could look at to see if we could designate and create a cricket field for them?
We
don't have to decide today.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
just something I'd like to put out there.
So the reason they're playing on the turf is because it's a nice solid surface, one, but two, it has lights. So they can play after the high school sports. In the summer, they were 2 nights a week, I think, Tuesdays and Thursdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, something like that. And the cricket groups are very good, good tenants, so to speak, renters. We do have a field that we created at MITRE a few years back. Tasked our maintenance staff with regrading and compacting the pitch that we had created there. So the pitch was 85 by 10, I think. And so they're going to be working on that this fall and then putting we had this mat that was recommended to us by some cricket players or a cricket player. It was a jute fiber, so almost like the grassy stuff that's on the outside of a coconut, right? Like that stringy, fibery, but it was a mat made of that. It didn't last as long as we wanted, and I think we're going to just go to an artificial grass that's almost like, remember the patio, people used to put them on their patios in the 70s?
Yeah.
Because what it'll do is give a constant level surface, as long as it's level underneath, and will adhere, lawn staples, heavy-duty landscape staples, put that down into the stone dust surface underneath, and it'll give them an even playing surface. So MITRE does have one. Problem is, we don't have a space that we can dedicate just to cricket. MITRE is multi-purpose. There's baseball, softball, soccer, cricket played there. Wildwood, cricket groups rent Wildwood on the weekends, and they play off of the baseball infield because it can be compacted enough for nice, consistent pitching, bowling. So they play off of that. They play behind the center school, behind the recreation department. We also lease that. They'll play off of the softball field and into the outfield. So there are places that definitely play. There's only, the turf fields with lights. They have played at Marvin and Rotary as well before.
Oh, yeah.
We've offered up Rotary as well for, to play under the lights. And some, we give them a whole list of places they could play. A lot of the groups have favorite spots. Everyone wants to play Wildwood on Saturday and Sunday morning at, between 8 and 11. No one wants to go past 11, and we don't start until 8. So,
And we had a problem with the timing. I remember Remember behind the
Center school?
Yeah.
Yeah,
The neighbors were complaining.
yeah.
Is it 8
There was a
o'clock?
house being developed further down that they were doing a lot of blasting at. And then when they weren't blasting during the week, or on the weekends, we had cricket coming in. So we, for that year, we just made an agreement that we wouldn't start them until 9 o'clock to help out the neighbor.
Is that something, as I know I brought up cricket a few times, even like badminton is something that is, emerging as a predominant sport, which you all know. But is it something that we might be able to put into one of the parks that we're reimagining in the near future in our 10-year plan, where we could do some type of like cricket fields or something?
It's something that's on our master plan, I think, to develop a
Yeah.
cricket field.
The size and breadth of it is really what.
Is it? I don't know what a real
180
cricket field looks like. so-
180 feet in an oval,
Oh,
circle,
okay.
It's pretty big. yeah.
ovalish, yeah.
It takes up a large,
Large
a
amount of
large
space.
amount of space, right? So like when we're reimagining some of the things and looking at where we might be able to add things, it does take a lot of room, right? So looking at a multi-purpose functionality.
Right.
Makes a lot of sense for seasons and multiple sport users, right? If we had a large tract of land, I think Brendan and I, when we go out individually or together, we're like, oh, maybe we could put a cricket field here, right? But like, when you look at it from an aerial view, you're like, well, I'm not sure we quite have that 180 kind of circumference that you need to be able to do that.
TRW could be good,
Yes.
but
Yeah,
then
it
you
was
have
just
the road.
TRW,
You have Mall
Veterans is
Road is
coming
not 180 feet from the middle where the pitch would be.
So like it's a tough, it's something that we definitely look at a lot to try to find a dedicated place for sure. But the space constraints we have here as far as open space is tough.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, cricket groups, I've noticed a lot of them, I knew that you had mentioned the jute pad or whatever. It seems like the cricket groups bring their own with them. Is that something you require just to make sure that nobody is hitting into the turf that that needs to be replaced and that we don't, want to wear down?
So I wasn't aware that some of them were bringing their own. It's probably
Yeah.
just to give a consistent. On the turf, there was a question that came up this summer from the schools, from the athletic department facilities about I believe they're going to call them the wrong thing, but the pins that they bowl to or pitch to, wickets, thank you. The wickets being stuck into the turf. It's a flat plate that sits there with the wickets out. They're meant for not sticking them into the ground. It's a little weighted, and they have two different styles. They have an adult one and they have a youth one. In this, I think it's the United Cricket League, teaches cricket. They teach for us, some cricket organizations or groups teach lessons for us, youth cricket and things like that. So we did, when I said they're very good tenants, the cricket groups are very good tenants. They, often offer to donate, and we have our own parameters that we can accept donations in labor and help and all that stuff. But they are very good, and they're cognizant of the surfaces they're playing on.
That's great.
Yeah. So we enjoy, I'd say 90% of our renters are very good and respectful. We have new renters sometimes that maybe aren't so great, and we have to chase them down, and then we don't rent to them again, permit fields to them, so. And then we find groups that there aren't permits out there for, and we'll walk out into a group of 30 adults playing whatever and say, do you guys have a permit? Yeah, can I see it? And then they all look at each other, and, I hate to be that person, but when we have large groups playing, it's important that they are permitted, so we know who's there, one, and number two, if there's any damage, we know where we're going.
Absolutely. Commissioner?
Quick administration question. We were talking about cricket at the high school.
Yep.
Do we provide the scheduling services for use of the high school's turf field? I think it used to be done here, wasn't it? And then, did we take that over?
I'll let you, yes, we do, but
Yeah.
Kelly has the history behind
Yeah,
it.
we, when Craig Robinson was here, we came to an agreement with him that we would schedule all of the fields.
Yeah.
Everything outside would go through us, so, since, I
Okay.
don't want to throw it a year, kind of blur together, but
Prior to 2014.
it was before
Yeah.
Brendan was back, so maybe
So
10.
rec does all the scheduling for all the
Yes.
fields, whether it's school property or rec property?
Correct, yeah, and the school district gives us their schedule, obviously, like, we
Yeah.
follow the priority system, but like,
It's a good system.
everyone
That's
gives
the way
it
it
to
should be.
us.
I think it helps.
yeah.
Thank
Yep.
you.
Through the chair, just one of the things we're looking at with the Marshall Simons Field Committee is we're going to make a recommendation to update the memorandum of understanding on scheduling priorities to try and get some of the youth sports on earlier in the day, because we're going to have a lot more field space with the projects that are coming online. So it's kind of time to look at some of that so we can get folks on sooner, to get them off sooner, and then we don't have young kids playing till 9:30, you know?
Is that something that the school committee and the recreation department?
We'll bring it to the school committee for approval, and then it'll come here as well, right?
Okay.
So it's one of those things, as we started doing the Marshall Simons Field, we noticed pretty quickly as we started looking at how much space we're going to gain, plus the schools, the fields at the Fox Hill that's being built and throughout the town, it was really time to relook at the MOU and kind of tighten up some language and make it a little easier for folks to get on fields sooner.
That's good. Beautiful. All right.
All right, anything else?
Nope.
All right, it looks like we already have the 29th scheduled.
So I was going to ask, that's before town meeting, if there's anything else that comes up that we may need to meet about. I have had some brief discussions with the players about a little project they want to do, adding some mini splits. So I'm going to town meeting. I don't know if anyone else was planning to, but sometimes we meet before town meeting, usually in May, but there might be a couple items to put on an agenda, and rather than wait until October for another meeting, if we maybe do one.
Is town meeting the 29th?
Yes. Yep, and then that's a Monday, but then not Wednesday because it is Yom Kippur.
Yes.
So they will have their second meeting the next Monday, if needed,
So we're meeting on the 29th.
So we're meeting on the 29th.
if everyone is available.
Yep.
Yes, and the time will probably be, town meeting starts at 7, so the time will probably be 6 o'clock. I don't think we'll need long.
Okay. All right, and
And that'll be down in that room?
Yes, we'll try to secure, I'll work on a room. It'll probably be down in the language arts room, I think it is, diagonal from the auditorium.
all right. I forgot what I was going to say. Okay. All right, do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
All right.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anyone opposed? All right.
See you on the
Adjourned.
29th.